and I'm Jan Edwards, and I'm here today with a good friend of mine that I've never met yet. So funny. She's a really good friend named Dina Marais from South Africa. And welcome.
Thank you, Jan. It's lovely to be here and in your space again.
Oh, thank you. It's been a while. We met virtually, what was it, like June or July of 2018, I want to say.
Must be. It's
yeah, so almost 4 years.
Time. Yeah.
Yeah. And we've been on this channel together before and talked about lots of things. We've talked about personal things. We've talked about motivating humans to come alive. Yeah, we've talked about our experience of this pandemic, how we've handled it personally and professionally. And Dina, you're someone I always just remain connected with, even if, you know, a month or two goes by or 3, we're always checking back in with each other on Facebook Messenger, because it's the easiest way, because we're so far apart, right? In Southern California. And so today I am really excited to just bring you into my world and help expand your world and your viewers into what you're doing recently in the last, 6 months or more? Yeah. So you've got a new publishing company. Yes. Am I saying that correctly?
Okay. Yes, you do.
So what's the name of it?
And you actually gave me that name, Soul Purpose Publishing. I call it Soul Purpose Publishing, and my company now is called Soul Purpose Publishing and Coaching.
Okay. So when you developed your publishing company, it's attached to your previous company, so you changed the whole name and the whole kind of flavor of it and niche?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell me about that. What did you change? What was it and what is it now?
Well, before it was just Dina Marais, .com, Dina Marais Incorporated, my company in the US, and my website, dinamarais.com. But now adding the coaching, adding the publishing, I felt the need to just change the name to the publishing and then add coaching, because I still do coaching, my soul alignment that I'm very passionate about. Okay. And then the publishing, and they all go sort of complement each other, because my overall mission or purpose is really to work with entrepreneurs, to elevate them, to help them to become successful. And I do that through soul alignment coaching for them to align to their vision vibrationally. And I've got a few offerings around that. And then, of course, elevate their brand, their visibility, their income, and their impact by becoming a best-selling author.
Ah, nice. I love it.
All work together, yeah.
Right. And what drew you to this pathway, this mission purpose of helping entrepreneurs?
Well, actually, you know, the coaching has come a long way. Of me always wanted to work with coaches, and I've done that now for a number of years as a business coach. And you know, I'm a quantum leap transformation coach. So I work with quantum and in my coaching. And the business coaching was an added to that, sort of to have. I found myself quite fortunate to have both skill sets of mindset and business to help my clients, you know, sort of in both parts. And then with the publishing added, that for me rounded it off now, because it's to help entrepreneurs really to because I think entrepreneurs, most of us, still have that conditioning of the imposter syndrome. I'm not good enough, or sabotage my success in some or other way because I've got some childhood something that's still bothering me, and that is really a life story, I think, of so many coaches. So many coaches have got something that's holding them back from really soaring out there. So that's my specialty. I developed a 5-step system to manifest a new reality. It's always been part of me to study this subject of manifesting with the universe and that alignment, and what does that look like? Because it's always been my drawback. It's always been my thing that I have sabotaged myself, held myself back because of all these crappy patterns that we have. And in my own study of my own transformation, I've developed this system. And then, together with apply that to your business. So the business is always there to expand, or new offer, or what will be better. And the vibration work, the energy work, that for me is beautiful. And of course, publishing your own story, having for all coaches and entrepreneurs to write their story and publish it is such a transformation. I've seen it now with this book, people bearing their souls. It is such a transformation. And I feel very, very lucky to be able to support them in terms of helping them, lifting them up and encouraging them to continue writing and sort out the little objections that come up. And then, of course, with their offers, what is it? What would be best? How do I approach that? Their questions about talking about the book, linking the book to their business, etc., etc. So, gosh, I've been rambling now. Did I answer your question?
That's okay. No, you're good. This book, I'm noting the questions as I'm watching you. I hope I can read what I wrote. This book that you're referring to is a book that you have written. Tell us about that.
No, I'm one of the authors. We are 17 authors. It's a multi-author book.
Okay.
So it's called My Mess is My Message.
Okay.
Inspiring stories of incredible women who found purpose and prosperity through adversity.
Beautiful.
And Jan, the stories in there. Oh, I cried so many times when I read their stories.
Oh my gosh. I
can't believe that people have gone through this.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. So the book is really profound. It is, and all of them, in 3,000 words, have told their story of the adversity, and then how do they find their purpose, and how do they help people now. So their bio is in the book, their links are in the book for people to connect with them further. And we're going to do a summit as well. We're going to do a summit in June. All the authors doing in-depth interviews with them, which is really great because there's only so much, one can get from a story. And I think inevitably people have questions, so what about that? And what about that? And so we're going to go into more depth in the interviews for the summit.
Beautiful. And how did you get the idea for this book? For the book period. And then how did you get the idea for the name?
The name has always been with me.
Okay.
It's amazing. I missed your question. Now I remember what you asked.
Okay.
Years ago, I read a book, The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. Such one of my all-time favorites. And when I read that book, I just had this wish in me that I would love to write stories like that. to
Okay.
inspire people.
Mm.
And of course, I've tried to write a number of books, other kind of more books of coaching and more step-by-step stuff, not like, a really beautiful fictional story like that. And that I didn't finish. But then this opportunity came past me to become a publisher.
Okay.
And I promise you, when I saw that, I had a physical reaction in my body. It was like, oh, this is it, kind of thing, just all of that connections came together.
Yeah.
And I had to say, the opportunity had to come past me 3 times, though, before I actually said yes to it. And when it came past me the 3rd time, I thought, okay, this is it. I've got to climb in now. And that was, I think the title was just not something that I searched for. It was just there. This was the first book.
It was already planted in the soil of you, and it just came
Already
out.
planted.
Yeah. Did it have anything to do with your personal life or your awareness of yourself?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
My story is in the book as well, of how I grew up and always have this not good enough label around my neck that I hang around my own neck, and how that affected my life, and how we crashed financially so many times, and how the learning of that was really, I really got the message that, just first say this, years ago, my husband and I, we went to a numerologist, and she said that we are a split soul.
Ooh.
And I really believe that it's through our financial crashes was for me to stand up.
Okay.
Because he's always there. When he's there, I'm okay, I'm safe. But I don't do much. I don't shine my light.
Okay.
So it's by him, losing a contract or lost his company and all those things that forced me to step forward and to step up.
Wow.
And well, it worked. The universe got it right.
And so this first book, My Message is My Message, is part of the publishing company. Like, that's part of how you launched the whole thing? Or was that kind of a separate idea for, I'm going to do a publishing company and I'm going to do a book?
Well, once the publishing company came past, and especially this studying, because I learned with the mentor on how to do this.
Okay.
The first thing that she teaches, or the whole premise of what she teaches are these multi-author books.
Okay.
And that was this was the book, the first book, My Message, to get authors, coaches, entrepreneurs to tell their story of how they actually came to find their purpose. What did they go through? What did they go through to find their sole purpose? And I really trusted the universe that the right people will join the book. I had to surrender. I had to trust. And this was my own transformation, because this whole book, publishing this book, was such a transformation for me.
Oh my God.
I had to climb so far out of my comfort zone. I lost it somewhere.
You did? Oh my God, I love that. That's what was different about you. I knew, because, okay, last time we talked was August of 2021, but yeah, I didn't see it yet. I see it in your face. Your face is like clearer, lighter. there's an essence about you that's just like a light within is beaming out.
Yes, it feels that way too. It feels that way. So I just love every moment of this. And what is so great with this, with that book, the title came to me, and to learn all the intricacies of publishing, of all the tools that's there, because of my IT background as well. I've got this analytical side of me to go and do research and go and find out what is the best now to do. And I love it. I just love it. I love the people. I love meeting the women. I love encouraging them to write the best stories. I love working with a team that put the book together. So it's really awesome.
Okay. I'm getting a picture clearer now, but when I put this out, I want to make sure everyone watching gets a clear picture too. So the who that you serve in your publishing, is it all books that are multi-purpose authors, and is it all women, or straighten me out on that?
Okay, so no, it's not all multi-author books. It is solo books as well.
Okay.
So I'm venturing into that now, to publish solo books for authors. And I'm putting my offer together, and of course, outsourcing the editing, outsourcing the formatting. Build myself a team as well of people that I can trust. And and I am also commissioning books, because I've learned this other part of publishing, that if I have a topic that is a great seller and a great need for that topic on Amazon, I can find out what that is, and I can publish books like that. For example, parenting. I'm not a parenting coach, but I can have a pen name as a parenting coach. And I can commission a book that I know exactly what the market needs, and have that written and published under my pen name.
I love that. Okay. And if you could identify in a word or a phrase the main feeling or tone or vibration or emotion of the people you want to serve, these authors, what would that niche word be, that phrase? What means the most to you in your work in publishing that these authors might have in common?
I think also that soul alignment kind of calling, that knowing that we are creating from within, that knows about the universe and believes in the universal laws and energy. I like to work with people like that, because
I love it.
we are in alignment.
Yeah. It's a magnet thing. As you're talking, I have to share something with you that I do sometimes, but I don't show it on camera, is when I'm talking to somebody and I'm really connected with them, which usually happens. I feel the energy in my body, and it translates into me. I'm constantly doing this with my hands. On my lap. It's like, it's just moving. It's like I'm feeling it and then I'm moving it. It's like I'm playing with this thing. So I felt that, and I had to share that with you, because I'm really connected with you, what you're doing right now. And so this book, this first book that you published, My Mess is My Message, where can people find that?
Oh, it's on Amazon. You can just go and look for the title. My Mess is My Message.
Okay.
And it's #1 bestseller.
Wow. When did that come out? When did that
The
come
1st of
out?
April. Last Friday, the 1st of
Whoa,
April.
brand new. Today's April 7th, so we're talking 6 days
Yeah,
ago.
yeah.
Whew. Oh my gosh. And you're already starting on your second book?
Yep.
Not yet.
I'm a
Yes.
publisher now.
So do you want to do you want to talk about your second book?
Yes, I would love to.
Tell me the name
So,
and what it's.
so for the second book, and let me just also share something with you that I do is I check with my body what are the right things to do. And I don't feel that so strong yet. So I use my my pendulum
Yes.
to guide me.
Yes.
And so the title, I also had a feeling for what the idea that I tested. And because manifesting is so close to me, it's in all my programs, I teach manifesting, soul alignment, vibration alignment. It's all about that. So I wanted to write something about that. And then, of course, I also did the research this time on Amazon to see if there would be a need for this book, you know, if people would search for it at least. Because there's no use going to all the trouble and create a book and nobody wants it. Same with coaching, niches, you know, all of that. So so yes, it took me a while to really find the true title, but it's called Women's Secrets of Manifesting Money.
Mm-hmm.
And the subtitle is True Stories of Intentionally Creating Financial Freedom in Alignment with the Law of Attraction.
Beautiful. Yeah, I love the title. Those 4 words are singularly and together extremely powerful words. Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
know what's really important to me, because I didn't choose to manifest abundance or prosperity. I choose money.
Okay.
Because many people grow up with a distorted view of money. Think it's a dirty word. Think it's how dare you ask for money kind of thing. It's wrong. I mean, that's how I grew up. The church told me it's wrong to ask for money. You are going to hell. Okay. And then I learned that no, money is a sacred energy. It's energy. And it's sacred. And that, I want people to get that.
Yeah.
And that we all have that power. We all have that power of creation. We all have that inside us. We must just believe it.
Mm-hmm.
So for all the coaches, and I know there are so many, I know that there are only about 11% of coaches who are actually making a living coaching.
Oh.
And many of them are trapped in these distorted ideas.
Yes.
Of sabotaging themselves, of thinking, you know, I can't step out of I'm not good enough, all of that. But it's to, I would like to demonstrate with this book that there are people who are creating fantastic businesses and lives, time and money freedom, intentionally, because they know the rules of the game.
There you go. Wow.
You know, they know the universal laws. They know how to work with it. They know how to channel their thoughts and their emotions. Because we all receive the gift, but we didn't.
Yes.
Most people don't learn how to use it. And that is my intention with this book. And that is my intention, is to attract the authors that are resonating with this, but that are also doing this, being this, and to have them come and share their chapter with the world to help other women and other
And is this
people.
also a chapter on sorry, this is your book, not a multi-author book?
No, it's also a multi-author book.
It's also, and does each chapter go into the how they created? Yes, it does, because it's called Secrets.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So it shows the before and after the process a little bit.
Yes. And that's important because there are many books that give you the theory
Yes.
of how to do this.
Mhm.
I want the story. I want the
Yes.
true story of how it came about for them,
Yes.
and how they are putting that into practice. What are they doing daily?
Yes.
So that others can really benefit from that. And of course,
Yes.
go and work with them further if they want to.
Right. Because an unshared story doesn't serve anyone.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right. Beautiful. And if people are interested in possibly becoming one of your authors in this or any future books, they would go to your website, or is there anything specific they would do to contact you?
Well, if they can find me on Facebook, they can just send me a direct message, or go to my website. On the homepage, just sort of list a little bit down, there's a piece about this whole purpose publishing. And when going onto that, they will find, the new book,
Okay.
which isn't
And
there yet, but it's there tomorrow.
Okay. Oh, okay. And on Facebook, they would go to Dina Marais, Marais. Okay.
Yeah.
There's only one of you, probably, I'm thinking.
I don't know, but I probably recognize my face because I couldn't
You're
actually
easy.
use the name Dina Marais. I had to have Dina Marais 1. I don't know why. There was maybe someone else that's there as well, but yeah.
Okay. Okay. Good to know. And on your website, they would go to dinamarais.com.
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Beautiful. What else did I want to know? I kind of want to go into what you and I talked about in the beginning before we even started this session between us that we're putting up for viewing, is the plunges that you're taking, and kind of like, the transformation, the transmutation, the up leveling, the breaking out of the shell. Now, these are all concepts and themes that are filtered and woven into the stories of your authors, but they also come in you. You are, doing it yourself. You're not just standing up here on a high horse going, I want this from you and that from you. You're actually doing it yourself. So you're obviously, this, and I know you to be this, but I'm just saying for anyone else who doesn't know this, you're this authentic, jewel that wants to experience everything that you're teaching others so that you can continue sharing your purpose in the world authentically. So when did that whole, tell them about what I'm talking about, these plunges, and, wherever you want to go with that.
Well, we live in a little town. It's a suburb of Cape Town. It's called Hout Bay, and it's a beautiful beach town, and it's got the most beautiful little bay. But the water is freezing. So when we take walks in the morning, we go to the beach virtually every day if the weather allows it, because we are very close to it. It's like a kilometer, very close. And then we take our walks, and before the water is so cold that if I would walk in the water, that my feet would start aching, that I would run out of the water. So cold is it. And then my husband got this idea to start swimming in the sea, because there were other people swimming as well. And he trained himself. And then I thought, well, why not me? Because there are also other women swimming, maybe this is a good thing for me. So without saying too much to anyone, I just slowly but surely, when he's in the water, I would go and just go a little bit deeper, and just go a little bit ankle, and then a little bit calf deeper. And slowly but surely, I conditioned my body to accept the cold water.
Oh.
That was actually awesome. I never thought that would happen. And then one day I decided, okay, fine, I'm going to see if I can, go in a little bit deeper. But I mean, I had to put on not my swimming costume and something like shorts over that. And yeah, and it's the first time I only went at about sort of hip depth for the waves, just so, and then it was too cold and I went out, and the next time I went a little bit deeper and a little bit deeper. And so the furthest that I've gone is that I go in and then I sit, a few times and jump up again because it's really freezing. And then I would sit again and jump up again. I haven't dived yet head first in the waves. It has splashed me from behind, my whole head wet. But it actually becomes addictive.
Oh.
It's amazing. If you're in there and you just get over that first few minutes, then you can find, every time I find that I can stay longer, So it is quite exhilarating, and it really, revs up your body. It's an amazing feeling that you get from, it's just awesome. It's like it's a Wim Hof, Wim Hof with his ice plunges and the things that he does. So it's really wonderful, and it's really good for your body as well, I believe.
Yeah,
really good for your body. So that's really been taking me out of my comfort zone completely, because I never thought in my wildest dreams that I would do that. When my daughter learned about this in Spain, she and I very alike, if there's a breeze, I go and put on my jersey. Then she says she just doesn't believe that. So
she what?
She just doesn't believe this, that I would go and swim in cold water. I wouldn't even swim in a cold pool. So for me to go into a freezing sea is something really, really amazing.
Yeah.
But it's like this year, I don't know if it's the energy of this year.
Yes.
The publishing company coming about, there's something in the air.
Yeah, I feel it. I know you.
Yes. And, it's like the one thing leads to the other. And it's really awesome. It's really amazing. And I think if we can just allow just to feel that, go with the wave, go with that amazing, because I think if we allow this, if we can just stop resisting, then I think this force is there to lift us to places now with the energy of this year that we have never known before.
Yeah. I was thinking it gives you, this plunge gives you a high, which is why it's addicting, because you're risking something. It's a risk, feeling out of your comfort zone, feeling afraid, feeling uncomfortable. But then as you continue to do it, you're actually pushing yourself up the self-actualization, pyramid, whatever you want to call it, which is also something that most humans don't do. I don't think, because we've been, I'm going to just use this phrase, dumbed down, conditioned, programming, suppressed, conditioned under this trance of believing that we shouldn't risk certain things, that we're not worthy, or that it probably won't turn out right, or that we won't be able to. So, we're under this level. I would liken it to the surface of a water that's pretty calm, but it's a surface of fear. And a lot of us are under the surface of this invisible fear. A lot of us, we don't even see it in ourselves, but it's operating underneath everything we choose to do and choose not to do. So with you and your plunges and other people who do this, you're breaking the conditioning. You're coming up from the surface of this trance, of this fear that's underlying everything. And you're actually discovering what you're capable of, and what this life force energy of this beautiful divine being is that's in you, that you can actually really harness that, not only for
Absolutely.
physical, physical abilities to go in cold temperatures, but how else can you use that? Where
Mm.
else can you use that? Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's like, you're right. It's like breaking out of the matrix,
Yes.
that we have given permission to be in.
Yes, we have.
But it's when we get that awareness that we are in this matrix. And it's every little habit. And I love that book about Joe Dispenza, Dr. Joe Dispenza, about breaking the habit of being you.
Yes. Yes.
Awesome book. And it's every little time that we break that habit of our old self, that we have a victory, that we have that's that that yes, I can do this. And it's to cultivate that. To cultivate that, because something that I really became acutely aware of a few years ago is that my whole paradigm of what I believed was a false
Yes.
self.
Yes.
And most of us have that damn false self.
Yes.
That is totally covering who we really are. It almost makes me think of that movie of the Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Where that king was under that spell, and he looked so old, and he looked so,
Yes.
and then finally he broke out of that. And we are like that.
Yeah.
We are like under a spell that
Yes.
is dumbed us down, as you say.
Absolutely.
That has made us believe that we are totally powerless beings and we are not good enough and blah, blah, blah. And it's really all blah, 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 because we have immense power. And we all have it, but it's here. It's not there. It's not out there. It's inside us. And it's that connection. Oh, I love that feeling, that presence. Oh, I can sit all day in that presence, just feeling that love. It just floods you.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
You and I are so much alike, and we know this, but it's just so good to reconnect with you because I feel this so much with you again. I absolutely know what you're talking about. I absolutely feel the same. And I was thinking one of the phrases that came to mind that a lot of people in the deeply transformational spiritual world use is soul retrieval. However, I just want to give a little bit more context to that. Your soul was never split, I think.
No.
This is my belief.
Yeah.
We're all one. So there's really
We're
no
all one
splitting.
anyway.
It's just the concept, it's a way, it's a perception, a viewpoint, a lens that we're looking at. You can change lenses and use a different phrase, look at the situation from a different angle. But it's like not necessarily a soul retrieval, but it's a retrieval of the knowing of who you really are in your soul.
Yeah.
And so, that's what you're experiencing. And I am right along with you. 2022 has just, for me, it's been about coming to a higher, expanded, I want to say higher, but it's not really what I mean, more expanded, complete, fully aware consciousness that most of us have never been to yet. So it's this adventure beyond what we've ever taken before. And I have, like you, in different ways, just experienced such gratitude and such amazement and such leaps that are going to continue. And so wrapping that around and tying a little bow on it, Soul Purpose Coaching, what a beautiful name. What a divinely infinite, unlimited name. to describe this beautiful thing that you're doing. And I remember having that talk with you last August and hearing you talk about soul purpose, and I was like, why not call your publishing company Soul Purpose Publishing? But it's just so like your secrets to women. Tell me the title again, the first 4 main titles.
Women's Secrets of Manifesting Money.
Manifesting money. I pull out keywords when I want to do this. Women's Secrets, Manifesting Money. Like, that's just like soul purpose.
Yes.
It's just so powerful. You don't need a bunch of small words in between. It's like a universal language. It pierces through language. It pierces through perceptions, abilities, beliefs. It pierces through to what the core of what you're doing is. Like, who can say no to that? Who can say no
Absolutely.
to stepping fully into your soul and publishing that out for the world?
Yeah. That's how I feel. You really summed it up. Yeah.
So we've got your Dina Marais 1 on Facebook page if they want to contact you. We've got dinamarais.com, and Marais is French spelled Marais, Dina, Dina. And then your publishing company is its own website, or is it under the dinamarais.com?
No, it's under the dinamarais.com.
Easy. Good to see that. I love that. So is there anything that you want to leave this viewing with, a little nugget or a wish or an invitation or anything like that?
An invitation, a nugget and an invitation.
Okay.
So the invitation is that if you find you are in need of soul alignment, that you find that you are doing good, you're doing well, but you really just want to get that up level and you just can't get there because you seem like you're sabotaging yourself, then seek me out. I can help you. And I also have a Manifesting Your Bliss community. And it's a membership, and we talk alignment, we talk money, we talk all things manifesting there. I always give a little lesson, and everyone has their intentions and hold themselves accountable for their alignment. And it's a fun group. It's a very small, intimate, fun group. And then last but not least, that if you feel that you would love to participate in this new book of Women's Secrets of Manifesting Money, then I would love for you to find me, find me on Facebook and send me a direct message. So I would love them to talk to you. I have an application form and all of that, but I don't have the bit.ly link now ready. So when somebody does contact me, then I can give that out to them. Thank you, Jan. The nugget. The nugget is soul alignment grounded in self-love is the key to manifesting the life of your dreams.
Oh, beautiful.
Because self-love is the magical ingredient.
Absolutely. Yeah, I see that on you. That's the other thing I see in you. Yeah. Loving yourself looks good on you.
Thank you. And it looks good on everyone. It looks
absolutely
good on everyone.
Ready to cry. All right. Well, I think this brings us to a close temporarily until our next meeting and conversation. And as always, I am so excited for what you're doing. I'm fully in support of you and your soul alignment. Oh, grateful.
Thank you, Jen. It was awesome speaking to you again.
Take care. Talk soon.
You too.
Bye, everybody.